Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing fantastically well. So if you're new here, my name is Jason. I'm a funded prop trader. Obviously keen interest in the entire prop firm space, so I can give news, advice, and whatever's going on and changes in the industry. Now, as we know, since the downfall of my Forex funds, a lot of the established prop firms have actually no longer taking on new US customers, which is a real shame because it's a big market and a lot of great traders out there who could actually take advantage of being funded through prop firms. Now, there are still a number of prop firms out there offering the services to US customers, but unfortunately they are no longer able to offer MetaTrader as a platform. So if you are in the States and going to sign up with any of these prop firms, the probability is you will be using another platform, most likely DXTrade, which, as we've seen over the comments over the past few months, a lot of people are not happy with it. But if it's your first experience of trading with that particular platform, then it's probably got nothing to compare it to, so you'll be able to use the features, get funded, and get some good payouts in the future. So I'm going to go over 5 companies I've actually had dealings with in the past where I'm funded or gone through some of their challenge phases, and I think I've got probably the best reputation in the space for taking on customers from the US. Now, they'll offer a variety of different funding models, from 1-stage, 2-stage, direct funding, even 3-stage challenges. So I would say if you are going to sign up with them, click the links in the description below, go and have a look at the prop firms and check out all of the characteristics, because I'm not giving direct recommendations. What I believe is the best, I recommend you go and have a look, see what works for you, because ultimately you might find some of the leverages or the drawdown rules with some of these firms are not suitable for your trading style. So then you might want to go with something completely different with what I recommend. So the first one's a Funded Trader. They are pretty big in the prop firm space, probably the biggest one on this list by payouts especially. They've been going for several years now. They have a great social media presence. They obviously have very active with their CEO, giving lots of updates, especially around the changes in the prop firm industry. Now, one of the biggest problems I have with this prop firm is always understanding the type of challenges they have. They have many different paths to get funding. You have the Rapid Challenge, the Royal Challenge, Knight Challenge, Dragon Challenge, and obviously those names are reflective in their whole brand identity, but they don't really reflect in what other prop firms actually do, whether it's 1-phase, 2-phase, etc. But the rules are pretty clear on the website. They're fantastic. They are well described, and for me, the drawdown, max drawdown, daily drawdown are pretty good with these guys, as well as the actual overall price, because they do some great discounts. And a lot of traders in the past have actually mentioned their spreads, slippage, etc. They're trying to give the most simulated real trading environments possible. And unfortunately, if you are trading with huge lot sizes and very, very tight spreads, you are going to get a bit of slippage, and therefore you might get out of the place you're not intended to. So yes, take that on board, go and check out their Discord, have a chat with other traders, and I'm sure you'll be quite impressed by what they can actually offer. Next one on my list is Blue Guardian. Obviously they're based in the UK, so don't fall under all of the restrictions based on the regulatory commissions in the US and Canada, but they are still offering the ability to trade within the States. Now, their platforms, I've just been migrated over, so I'm funded with them to CTrader. Pretty good platform. It takes a little while getting used to, but overall, I think they're a great firm. I've had no issues at all getting funded with them and getting payouts with them. The support is pretty good. They have had some challenges recently of migrating all of the accounts over into the new platforms, but that aside, I've had no issues whatsoever, and the price is pretty good for the fees, as well as very, very clear rules on their website. Next one would be Funded Trader Plus. They have quite a good single phase evaluation model. The only thing I would say with these ones is the drawdown rules can be a little bit tighter than other particular firms, but overall I've had no issues with these in the past. The support has been fantastic. They've got a really, really good reputation through support and through their Trustpilot reviews, and looking at how they're actually transitioning into the next phase of how prop firms are all working, I think they're in a pretty good state to actually maintain the reputation they've got and build on it in the future. Now, the one thing people often said with Funded Trader Plus is the leverage is not fantastic. You've only got 1 to 30, but ultimately we know that in trading with the USA, leverage is not one of the things that people have access to greater than that typically. So when other firms are offering 1 to 100, 1 to 500, we can see that that's when there's been some issues in trading in the US. So for me, if you're using low leverage, that's obviously got a benefit for actually being successful long term. Fourth on my list is E8 Markets. I've been doing demos with these guys for a long time. They came out and had a fantastic dashboard. The technology was fantastic behind the scenes, and I've never managed to get funded with them because obviously just doing the demo, I've never actually signed up for them. But what I've seen and what I've heard from their new brand and new relaunching, they're obviously getting bigger and stronger in the prop firm space. So they are going to be around for a long time in the future, I believe. One of the huge benefits with E8 Markets is when you actually sign up, you have the ability to change some of the parameters actually on the account itself. So you can select the different drawdowns, but obviously as you scale that up for a bigger drawdown, that's reflected in the overall price of the challenge. So if you're one of the traders who actually has a bigger drawdown, but obviously a massive return straight after that one, and will be caught out by some of the other ones who have, let's say, a 4 or 5% daily drawdown or 10% max, this is one where you could actually get funded easier based on paying a little bit more just to get through some of those drawdown rules. So the final one is Ment Funding. They've been around for 2 or 3 years now, based out of the US. So again, looking after their US customers. The challenges with this prop firm is the leverage is pretty poor based on some of the other ones, looking at 1 to 20 and some even lower on some of the metals and other commodities. But you do have an establishment there. They're obviously based around some of the educational side of things before moving into the prop firm space. I've had no issues with these guys in the past. They've always been great to me. I've spoken with their CEO and founder a few times, had a great conversation about what he's trying to build with this particular prop firm. So I know that there's a lot of things in the pipeline that are going to improve and get better with them, and definitely around for a long period of time in this space. So I hope that's given you a bit of insight into some of the prop firms that are still offering service in the US. And also you can see they are very different leverages, different pricing, different products, whether it's single phase, multiple phase, direct funding. So there's definitely a prop firm out there for you to choose to be able to get funded if you are a US customer, and then look forward to some of those great profit splits if you're able to get through all the challenge phases. So thanks for watching. I'll catch you again soon. Cheers.